Hi, I'm Amy Price. I work for Front Steps. We're talking to you inside the third floor dormitory of the Arch. We've got some tips on what to do when you want to help the homeless in Austin. Bring the facts. One thing that would be a tremendous boon to the people experiencing homelessness in our community is for you to lead with facts. If you see people talking about 10 times as many homeless as there were this time last year, stop that. You can go to websites from nonprofits like ours that work with the homeless. APD has great data. The Texas Network for the Homeless has great data. The City of Austin has great data. Go beyond the headlines and the fear-mongering and get the facts out there so that as we're trying new programs, it's a little bit calmer setting. People are not invisible. If you treat people like they're invisible, you start to feel less human. And I think that disconnect from being socialized is a massive liability for anybody, anywhere. So say hello, smile and nod. And I almost always hear, thank you for the smile. Thank you for acknowledging me. If you're handing out food, give them the option of accepting it or not. A lot of times we hear folks say, well, I gave somebody food and as I pulled away, they didn't eat it. I saw them throw it down and that just disgusts me. If they were hungry, they'd eat it. Well, that sounds reasonable, but a lot of people who've been experiencing chronic homelessness, dental care isn't happening. And poor dental hygiene makes something as simple and wholesome as an apple really impossible. They're not trying to be rude, they simply can't bite into an apple. If you'd like to know what's a good thing to hand out, we always recommend freezing bottles of water. This is one of the most sought after things for people living on the streets. There are very few public water fountains and it's hot out there. And people with pets appreciate it too. Something like this is a godsend. We see this happen a lot. Folks will come down here and pull out 2 great big garbage bags full of sandwiches they've made, each one in a baggie. I'm glad you made sandwiches. This is going to be litter. Trash pickup is minimal in most of the places where folks are living on the street. If you took the same sandwich and wrapped it in a paper towel, it's not going to be in the environment for the next 100 years. Remove packaging from things you give out. A lot of groups and organizations, even families, take the time to put together care packages for people who are living on the streets. This is 2% products that somebody can use. We're actually always mindful that our carbon footprint doesn't disappear even when we're dealing with a humanitarian crisis like people living on the streets. My advice, call where you want to hand them out, find out what's the best thing to put in it, be mindful of the litter, ACEs. Bags are a premium. I'll give them a trash bag that I keep with me. Say I'm on my way to H-E-B. If you want to fill this up with litter, I'll pick it up from you in 1 hour and I'll buy it off you for $10 and I'll haul it away. I think it's great to consider giving cash. I think it's great to see people picking up litter. I will say this, a lot of people wind up with all sorts of bags at home that they never get to using. These are a much better choice to share if you're handing things out to folks who are living on the streets than a plastic bag like this. Safety first. Safety is always an issue, whether it's yours when you're out in public or the people that you might see experiencing homelessness under an overpass or on the streets. If at any time you see something dangerous or criminal, call for help. If at any time you feel threatened or at risk, call for help. But it might be worth taking a moment sometimes and recognizing that you may be feeling discomfort. It might not be a reason to call 911 or 311. It might be a reason to get involved in the issue of homelessness and what you can do to make a difference.